Hello, and welcome to Moonlit Witch Podcast. I am your host, Mercy Knox, and on today's episode 4, we will be discussing auras, how to read them yourselves, as well as what each color means. So to get us started, why don't we discuss what is an aura? An aura is our own personal energy field around us. It's an electromagnetic field that is radiated from every living thing on this earth, including the earth itself. This can be read as vibrational energy or vibes and feelings, but also seen as colors portrayed in emotional states of positivity or imbalance within ourselves. Also, it is a radiation of protection and higher spirit and power from within. So with that one, let's get into colors. What each color of our aura means. Now, in general speaking, there is 7 layers of our aura, so we do have multiple colors present at all times, but some colors are more dominant or more present, and other ones can be more muted or toned back. Sometimes we can just appear to have a gray mist. Sometimes we can appear to have multiple colors in swing at the same time, which is a very high vibrational energy time and can be a sense of time and change. It can make us feel very energetic, but we also would need to be precautious that we don't burn ourselves out with this override of energy. So getting into that one, what are the colors? Now there are more colors than what I'm going to discuss, but we're going to stick with the basics for today. So our first color is red. Now red is a sense of being well-grounded, very strong-willed, energetic, passionate. Red is also associated with our root chakra when referring to our chakras as well, which ties in very fundamentally to our auras. The next one is orange. Now, orange is connected to our sacral chakra. This brings a sense of adventure, thoughtfulness, consideration, and also creativity. So it's a very powerful and orange is a good color. Next color is yellow. Now yellow is about creativity as well. It brings a sense of relaxation, friendliness. It is also very high energy and normally poses a very optimistic view of life itself. This one is this layer of our aura is associated with our solar plexus chakra. The next color is green. Now, green stimulates social communication as well as a nurturing, grounded, very nature feeling vibe. And this is associated with the heart. So it's all about love, being grounded, being able to provide. So it's a very fundamental, caring color for our auras. The next color is blue. Now, blue brings about intuitive feelings, spiritual, it's very cognitive, intelligent, means you're very in touch emotionally, and has a lot of self-expression tied into it as well. This one is tied in with our throat chakra, so it's all about the way you present and speak. So that's why I feel like it is very tied in with spiritual and cognitive and self-realization, because we are pronouncing those ourselves when blue is dominant. The next color is violet or purple. Now purple is about wisdom, intellect, as well as independence, and has psychic energy to it. So this one is represented with the third eye chakra. Now also tied in with the third eye chakra is indigo. Now indigo is curious, very spiritual, it's very connected to the universe, a gentle old soul. So this also can be related into indigo spirits or indigo children, but it's also very connected with the third eye because it's about connecting to our higher power of ourselves and our energies. The last one we're going to talk about is white. Now white is about balance and a sense of more connection to spiritual and self. It is our glowing radiant of protection around us. So it is a very powerful color. Actually, to have a white aura is extremely rare because it is hard to have complete balance and spiritual high connections, emitting with no other colors in there at all. So that is an interesting fact as well. Now, I know I said white was our last, but we can also bring up black. It is not a color that is predominantly in our aura, but more black is a stagnant, blocked, more congested feeling in our aura. So this can be seen as spots in our aura, or as an overall base glow, or as a misty cloudiness if we're feeling very congested on multiple layers. So this is where we feel blocked. We can see it sometimes in black. So that's about that one. Now, I don't know if I also mentioned white is with the crown chakra. So with this look on the colors and the chakras, how do we read our auras so we can realign, rebalance ourselves, or see what we're strongestly radiating and who we are as a person in that time of moment? Note as well that our colors, our energies of our aura can change. They can change on a daily basis, but a lot of people, they change slowly over time as we develop as people. So when you're wanting to read your own aura or learn how to read others' auras, very simple way to learn is actually by focusing on, say, your hand and placing it up against, some people say, a mirror or a white backdrop. I personally have used before. So you place your hand in front of it and make sure that your fingers are spread out, and you want to look at your hand and focus on it, but don't focus on it to the degree that you're noticing every line, wrinkle, crease in your hand. You want to focus on it in a way that you're looking at the space in between your hands, and when your eyes slowly start to blur out, you know that state where you're so focused but also not focused on something, that everything kind of glazes over? That's the type of energy that you want. So we're trying to look at that individual space in between there, and I just would stare. And you just want to look at your hand. Now this might take some time. It might not happen on the first go, but the more you just look at it and focus, but softly focus on your hand, looking at that space in between, don't look at any defined figure, you should start seeing a light mist or a glow around your hand. Now this will slowly develop into a color or a presence, and this is the basis of how to read an aura on yourself. So once you learn on yourself and practice and become more accustomed with it, this is where we can then take this and use it on, say, try on your pet or on a plant. Softly look at it and gaze past it and see if you can just relinquish, control over your eyes. Don't try to stare at any one aspect. And hopefully then you'll be able to start seeing auras. And the more and more you practice this, the more and more you become and connect with it, the more that we can flex and strengthen our skills, and then you might even be able to see auras just on a daily basis around you. Not everybody can do this. I haven't been able to master this, but it is something that practice makes us better. So I challenge you to, if you're at home or when you get home, take a piece of white paper and focus on it and try to see your own aura. And then if you do, please let me know in the comments down below. What colors do you see? How do you feel? Just let me share your experiences with everybody so we can all learn a little bit more about this. Amazing. I know that wasn't super long, but just a nice brief touch on auras. If you would like to know a little bit more about auras and the 7 layers of your auras, then please check out my YouTube channel. That is Mercy Knox on YouTube, where I've done a full video on what each layer of the 7 layers represents, as well as a little bit more about the history of auras as well. So thank you again for tuning into today's episode. I've been your host, Mercy Knox, and blessed be. Bye.